Na 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 na. Did you like the halftime show?
It was cool, man. It was cool. You know what? Definitely my favorite one out of the two that happened that day.
Oh yeah. I guess did you actually watch the Kid Rock one too?
I did. Well, not like I just like kind of skimmed through it because it was. Oh my god! It was.
I don't know if the clips I saw were the actual show or just other things going on, but he was on his stage by himself, right?
So yeah, like it was in an undisclosed location with maybe a few hundred people that was actually in that crowd, and it was pre-recorded, is what I was told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it was just like a bunch of politicians and stuff.
No, I don't know if there was any politicians involved in that.
Yeah.
Because it's even funnier because Donald Trump apparently didn't even watch that halftime show. Really? He watched the Bad Bunny one.
Out of spite.
Out of spite,
to
but
just
still,
be like, hey, I don't even understand what this guy is saying.
But bro, even Kid Rock didn't get Donald Trump to watch his halftime show, which was hilarious.
Kid Rock sucks.
Oh, he's such a fucking loser, bro. Like, oh
like,
my
what
god.
is he? He's like a rock rapper white guy. Like,
yeah. Like he started off as like a rapper in like the late '90s, and then then eventually switched over to like a country rock kind of vibe, which. He did have like a few okay songs, but nothing to justify like, you know, I think he kind of built on the controversy rather than like the actual music.
I see.
Yeah.
Was he always like a polarizing figure or anything?
Oh, dude,
just like he's just super Republican?
Well, I mean, he only really started to show like the more political aspects of his life recently, but you should hear some of like some of the lyrics that he used to make, like in his older songs.
What does he say? Does he drop the N-word bomb?
Oh no, dude! It was just like he made a ton of remarks about like underage girls.
Oh, okay, I saw that on Twitter.
You saw some of that, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, this is who you want to represent your halftime show,
especially in your situation right now, Mr. Trump.
Like, we're really gonna talk about like a guy that, you know, is headlining a show about for the Republicans when he made comments that towards underage girls.
Dude, yeah, I don't know, man.
It's how are
this is a joke, man.
This whole world is going to shit, my guy.
Anyway, Bad Bunny.
Actually, the one good thing.
Out of 10.
I love the just a lot of the significance behind the show. I really enjoyed. I don't really understand Bad Bunny. I don't think any of us do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we don't speak Spanish. And like I also don't really listen to any of his music, if I'm going to be upfront.
You don't listen to Bad Bunny?
I don't listen to Bad Bunny.
I can't name you a song, but I can. If a Bad Bunny song comes on, I can be. Yeah, well,
you can hum it.
Yeah.
His voice is very distinct.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah.
I get honestly, and like Latino culture and I mean Latin America is huge.
I love Latino culture.
Oh.
I remember before I wanted to be Asian.
Yeah.
Okay, because growing up here, very whitewashed. I was like, before I embraced my Asian identity, I was like, yo, Latinas.
I'm telling you, man.
Latinas.
Like if like the Spaniards just stayed in the Philippines for like another 100 years, we'd be speaking Spanish, and like that would be tight because then we could actually understand Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
You know, but what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell, Latin America? Why you do that to us, man? If there was one thing that you could have done when you like took us over as Filipinos, you know, you could have at least stuck around for a little longer so we could actually pick up the language.
Well, when I went to Spain, my mom took us to Spanish mass.
Yeah.
And she said she understood it because when she was growing up in the Philippines, she was taking Spanish classes.
Oh,
so
was she?
She can. She's not fluent by any means, but yeah, she's like, oh, she can pick it up, obviously. Dude. And then a lot of words that we use in Tagalog is also like
it is a
mix of like what do we call Polynesian, Chinese.
Yeah. There's just Spanish. A melting pot of different languages, and that's exactly my point. Is like, dude, we have all of these cultures, and I mean Tagalog is actually very much a language that's dying. It is like there are less Tagalog speakers than there were like even 20, 30 years ago, and it's just because people in the Philippines recognize that not only people within the Philippines speak it. So it's like if you want to like be able to converse for business with people in China, with people in the States, you're gonna learn anything but Tagalog.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn English. You're gonna learn Cantonese, right? It's like that's just what you're gonna want to like put yourself into, right?
Yeah. Well, then as opposed to Bad Bunny, who was the most streamed Spotify artist in the world last year.
Yep.
Because Latin America, they all speak
Huge.
Spanish, right?
They all do, man.
There's no language called Venezuelan. There's no language called Argentinian. The Spanish is the language that they use.
Spanish.
So,
but I mean, like that. I think it's amazing that he really shouted out as many different Americas that there were. You know.
Yeah, I remember I've been seeing a lot of like our Canadian Instagram posts, like Curiosity Calgary, What's Good Calgary, or Canada, like whatever. They get so excited that Bad Bunny shouted out Canada, we're part of the Americas, because kind of people tend to forget about Canada a lot.
That we are like in America. Yeah, they're part of North America, man.
Yeah, so what do you call someone from the United States of America? Because we tend to call them American, but are they like United States citizens? That's, you know what I mean?
I could be corrected. I don't know like the States as well, maybe as an American, right? But the United States, they are like very much like provinces, right? Where it's like the provinces, you could say they identify as their own colony or their own like territory, right? And they're all under one agreement to be a country. And I think that same thing applies with the States, right? Yeah. So I guess it's like, you know, one is Canada, one is like, you know, the United States of America.
Which is funny too, because the argument of Bad Bunny being the halftime performer is that he is still American, because Puerto Rico is actually part of the States. Yeah. They're under Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're a colony.
Yeah.
They're a colony. And like the funny thing is that they, like a lot of, you know, these far right figures, they'll be saying all kinds of stuff like, oh, well, I don't want to watch it because they're not speaking American. Well, buddy, I hate to break it to you, but like Bad Bunny is literally an American.
Speak American.
He's like, and it's just so ridiculous because you see it like in Southern California, you see it in Florida, you see it in a lot of southern states where in the bathroom stalls, if they're telling you, hey, clean up after you use that toilet in English, you'll see Spanish right under it.
Yeah, piso mojado.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know.
It's just like it's literally a second language, no different than like how French is a second language in.
Yeah, I know. The thing is with the States too, because French is an official language of Canada, but Spanish is actually not an official language of the U.S.
It isn't.
So
which is really messed up.
That's another, I guess, argument is that only English in the U.S. So,
I don't know, man. Like, you can literally see that Puerto Rico is an American colony. It's like, it's literally like they're no different than what the rest of the United States is, right? So it's like, why are we having this argument about like how this isn't an American halftime show? Why are we having this dude Kid Rock over here with an alternate halftime show? It's like it creates division. Which is right.
Actually, and that was something that I wanted to bring up too. That I was very scared for Bad Bunny to, and especially with my girlfriend too. She's from San Jose. Yeah. So the Super Bowl was just like a few minutes away from her in the Bay Area.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh, are you like going to any Super Bowl events? Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff going on that, you know, it'd probably be safer to be inside. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, she's just staying inside. And then I was scared too when Bad Bunny he started doing his halftime show. Yeah. And he got up onto the tower or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm kind of scared for him. And you can see him too. He's wearing like the bulletproof vest and stuff. Because actually, I was talking to Claire, and Claire was like, was he wearing a bulletproof vest? And he's like, oh, like it was noticeable. Like he's a little bit more chunky, and he was wearing it at the Grammys too. And then also at the end of his performance, he just like peaced out. It looked like he was
super quick in and out kind of thing.
You know how when people end performances, they kind of like hit a pose, right? To like, pose for pictures. This is the end of the performance. But he's like, oh yeah, love America, and then just peaced out, right?
Damn right.
So I was like, oh, that was good on him. But I liked his message too, because as you said, or I don't know if I just imagined this, but he was like, oh yeah, love America, and then just peaced out, right? So I was like, oh, that was good on him. But I liked his message too, because as you said, or I don't know if I just imagined this, but he was like, oh, he was like, his message was, "Oh, we are like one America" or something like that, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to if he did something drastic, as in like if he said like F ice or something he like wore a dress or something. Like, not saying that like that's like bad or anything, but it only just creates like more. It stirs up the pot.
Totally, man.
But then if he's like, "No, we are one America. This is what we're striving for," that's actually a very responsible thing to say.
100%, man. Like, he actually took the whole situation very well. Like, he was only talking about unity rather than division. I think the action of creating a all-American halftime show through Turning Point USA was an action of division. And to not acknowledge that from Bad Bunny and to just, like, you know, carry on and remind people that, hey, we're all human, you know, love is stronger than hate. It was literally, I think it was something along those lines, was plastered all over the show. And it's a strong reminder that, hey, man, like, this is, you can't like put out a fire with more fire.
Yeah. You can't fight fire with fire.
You can't.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And dude, like, as much as I don't listen to his music, I got to applaud like a person that can, you know, look the other way, turn the cheek, and just, like, you know, try to mediate, you know, try to relax the situation. Good on him, bro.
Yeah, it was a good message for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Bad Bunny in that sense, and he seems like a cool dude. I watched him in WWE. That's when I was first exposed to him.
He was in
WWE? Yeah, he was a wrestler.
What?
Yeah, which is really funny because when you think of wrestling, you kind of associate it with more a conservative group of people.
Yeah.
But he was in WWE, and he was doing good. He was like doing backflips and stuff too. I'll show you some clips after.
I want to see him against Logan Paul.
And actually, that was the thing too. I think an interviewer went up to Logan Paul and he asked him, "Are you excited for the halftime show?" Yeah. And Logan Paul was like, "Nah." And then everyone in the comments was saying, "This is planting the seeds for WrestleMania," because Logan Paul is in WWE, right?
Yeah. They're stirring up the pot.
To be fair, I feel like a lot of people confuse Logan Paul with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I actually think Logan Paul got a lot better with his viewpoints and stuff, and him being an entertainer performer in WWE actually suits his character really well.
Who do you think is worse, Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
I think Jake Paul, because Jake Paul is for real. Logan Paul, he does it in character, because WWE is all characters.
I would like to argue on that though.
Oh, really?
Because I do agree with, like, actually I respect Logan Paul because to a certain extent, when Jake Paul actually, he had a lot of controversial things to say about Bad Bunny, right?
Yeah.
Which is just kind of hilarious because Jake Paul's literally living in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah.
Just for particularly to avoid like the taxes of being, if you're in the States, right?
But isn't Puerto Rico is
versus colony
versus an actual state.
Yeah, exactly. So I think like I don't know what the further details of it is, but I think that's the primary difference there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know if you're familiar, but do you know what's going on with Logan Paul?
I know that he is part of the stable that is along with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in WWE.
The whole wrestling thing.
The Vision. He's part of the Vision.
Are you familiar with like his whole crypto scam?
Oh, from a few years ago?
CryptoZoo.
Yeah.
Like that was a big controversy of his.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't paid anybody.
Yeah.
As much as like, and there was a whole thing because like a YouTuber called CoffeeZilla called him out on it and was like, hey, like this dude owes a ton of people money. And he still hasn't paid anybody back, even though he said he was going to pay them back. After he said he was going to sue the said YouTuber for like calling him out on it and doing a whole thorough investigation on his whole actions.
I see.
And it's like that. I you know, you could say a lot of things about Jake Paul, but I've never seen him scam anybody.
That is true. That is true. I feel like that says a lot about someone's character.
Yeah.
And as much as Logan Paul does phenomenal work in WWE, I'll show you clips of him. Is
he pretty good?
He is crazy. He's
really?
Like, you wouldn't expect him to be that good.
He's a big guy, bro.
He's agile. I wouldn't say he's big.
He's not like
because Jake Paul
Bautista. No. He's just like, he's more like he's just a taller guy.
I think he's like 6 something. Yeah.
Same height as like most of the typical wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has the charisma and the same build. But I would say Jake is like a more like stocky because he's a boxer. I guess. Yeah. But Logan Paul is more agile, doing flips and stuff.
Logan is more of like a heel in that, right?
Yes. Good terminology. Yeah.
I watched the Vince McMahon documentary. That's how I know.
Damn, I want to talk about Vince McMahon too. Maybe is he in Epstein files?
It's got to be bad if Vince McMahon's not in there, bro, because he wasn't in those files, bro. Like, it's got to be bad if like Vince McMahon, with all the suggestive things that he's done, is literally not in there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you watch the documentary. It is funny how he's like, yeah, Vince McMahon, that's a character. That's not who I am in real life. And everyone else is like, no, that's exactly. No,
that's exactly him, bro. He like monetized
he's a predator.
His personality.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely insane. Yeah. But so Logan is a heel.
He is a heel. I mean, like, he wouldn't be a face. Like, how can he possibly be a face?
How could you actually like Logan Paul? Like, if anything, it's like picking the less of two evils when you ask you.
Honestly, he does interact with kids very well, actually.
That like Logan?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he does interact with kids very well.
How, in what way?
You know,
in like an Epstein way? No,
no, like in an entertaining way, right?
Okay.
You know, like you're like, oh, for example, like you go to what's the place called with all the superheroes, Six Flags. Six Flags.
I was gonna say like when you make a wish kid and like you see a fucking wrestler show and you're like shit.
Yeah. Like, no, actually, like Disney, like actually.
Am I gonna die, Dad?
Yeah. No, but like in Disneyland too, you know, you're like, oh, you see the princesses, whatever.
Right.
But then you see the bad guy. I don't know who's a bad guy in Disney.
Bad guy in Disney?
Like Gaston from. Gaston.
Say Thanos, bro.
Oh, Thanos. Okay, Thanos.
Okay.
No. I don't know if Thanos walks around Disneyland. But anyway, a bad guy in Disneyland. Like Captain Hook. Captain Hook.
Thanos at Disneyland,
I know,
bro.
Like,
I'm sorry, my child.
You see like Captain Hook or the evil queen in Disneyland, right?
Okay.
You know how they interact with kids?
Yeah.
And they're like in character, but the kids are still having fun?
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Logan Paul. That's how he interacts with kids. He like makes sure everyone has fun.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm defending like anything he does, but he is a very good character.
He's good at WWE.
Yeah, he's good at WWE.
He wasn't good at boxing. He was really bad at boxing.
Who did he box?
It was like YouTuber boxing, but like he like lost every single one, and it's like, okay, that's how you know like maybe boxing isn't. Honestly, like I hate these guys, bro. Like both of them. Like I mean,
talking about the Paul brothers.
Just like Jake Paul is just like, how is this guy in the same leagues as prestige boxers? How is he doing that, bro? Like, I don't, it's beyond me.
Do you ever think about how, if we were to ever get big, would we go along the same path and be like, I challenge Floyd Mayweather to a boxing match? You know what I mean? Just like, I think they're smart in that way to be like,
oh yeah,
because they know they're hated.
Yeah.
And they capitalize on it.
People want to see them get knocked out, and they'll pay money to like literally try to.
So it is sort of meta in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to being like, I'm hated and I want people to like me. Like, I think there is a certain talent to be aware of being like, I am a bad guy. I'm embracing the villain in me, and I'm gonna make money off of it. I think, and that's where Logan Paul actually excels in the heel character in WWE. So that in a way, him wrestling is perfect, as opposed to Jake Paul. Same thing too, I guess, in boxing. You're like, I am the bad guy, and everyone just talks about it, right?
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, it gets the people going.
Yeah, in order for there to be a good guy, there has to be a bad guy. So
I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess it really goes down to your priorities. Is like, if you want to go down as, you know, because they are very much larger than life. Is like, do you want to go down as the villain, you know, for, you know, whatever money that they can honestly get, or do you want to, like, you know, be remembered when, you know, society falls because of the Epstein files and like, hey, this is the last remnants, and it's just Jake Paul, like, you know, getting punched in the jaw because everybody hates him. Like, do you want that to be your legacy? I don't know.
Well, I mean, have you ever watched? Well, I know the answer. You watch Wicked, right?
Of course, man.
I mean, in order for there to be a Glinda, there has to be an Elphaba. You know.
in order for there to be a Batman, there has to be a Joker.
Exactly.
Damn.
In order to be a Superman, there has to be a Lex Luthor.
But who's the Batman to the Logan brothers Joker? It's us. Or we're coming, Logan.
2 years.
Watch out.
I in February 11th, 2026. Mark my words. In 2 years, I'm gonna beat Logan Paul's ass in WWE. I'm not sure about boxing, but like in WWE.
WWE, bro. We're quoting this today, man. Just letting you know. Watch out.
Yeah, man. But anyway, back to, I guess, how long has it been? The top halftime performers in Super Bowl.
Oh, that's a good question, man. I think
we'll go on for longer than 20 minutes.
Which ones have you seen, and like you or like really resonated with you?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars was a good one. That was like 2014, right, with Beyonce.
There was one with Beyonce because that was Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars. But Bruno Mars did one by himself too.
What a roster, bro! What a roster.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson wasn't he like the first one?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he like stood still for like 2 minutes or something, and everyone just like freaked out. Yeah.
Did you hear about like I was I don't know, just could probably be like internet culture just exaggerating, right? But it was like apparently like if bro looked at you at a concert at his peak, like they had ambulances on standby because if he made eye contact with a fan, they'd just like pass out.
There was no possible way anyone could tell me that a person was bigger than Michael Jackson or will ever be bigger than Michael Jackson.
No, I feel you had to be there, bro. We weren't there, unfortunately. We're too young. Yeah. But it's like, you know, when you hear about stories of how like prevalent this guy's like his just without the internet even just like literally living off of word of mouth and just you know album sales and TV appearances. Bro was larger than life, man. Mm-hmm. That's why you couldn't touch him with all these controversies, right?
Yeah, he was sleeping with kids, quote unquote. He was in
the Epstein files.
You know what? Like, and you know how we joke about how, you know, you give Kanye the pass because he made Graduation. I mean, you give MJ the pass. Like, sure, he was like sleeping with kids in Neverland, but he made Thriller. Like,
he made Thriller, bro. Beat it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on, the whole bad era. Like, how are we gonna forget about that?
He walked on the moon.
He literally, dude. There was I heard that there was a thing that was like he had to like tone down his dancing because if he actually like went off on it, if bro did a backflip in the middle of a stadium, the fans would blow it up. Like that. Yeah. It was just like he had to tone it down. He went way too hard.
Yeah. Which is hilarious too, because if you think about how just at face value, this skinny dude grabbing his crotch everywhere. Like, that's not cool. But for some reason, Michael Jackson, like everyone else, like me, there was a big story, not a big story, but a story of how my mom used to put me into sports. Like when I was growing up, she'd be like, "Oh, I don't know what JL's into. Like, let me put him in swimming. Let me put him in basketball." And then she put me in baseball. And then she has this funny story about how I was in the outfield in baseball, and she's like, "You know how I knew baseball wasn't for you? Because you'd be in the outfield singing Michael Jackson, grabbing your crotch and not paying attention at all to what was going on." So she's like, "Yeah, baseball's not for you." So Michael Jackson.
So funny. I've never heard this story.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was a big influence, and then obviously I started dancing in high school after that. So
at least you found your passion because you were grabbing your crotch in the middle of the baseball field.
I mean, it is the way you look at it too, because as a teacher, when I was studying teaching, that's a weird thing to say. They were telling me about, you know, the phases of childhood, and one of the phases of childhood is called like the phallic stage, in which you're just obsessed with like your crotch. And then like, thinking about it now, like of course when I'm 8 years old and watching Michael Jackson grab his crotch, I would want to grab my crotch too.
There's nothing more fascinating to a guy than his crotch.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking back at it, like, can't really think of anything else. And if you're thinking about your butthole, then I think maybe you swung for a different team.
Were you ever into Prince?
That's who I was going to talk about. Subjectively, I've seen the halftime show, right?
Purple Rain.
And people always argue that Prince did it better than Michael Jackson. And I think it was just because of how it lined up so well, because it started raining while Purple Rain was going on.
Dude, God was like,
God said,
let me cook.
Yeah. Yeah. He literally was like, let me show you something. Let me show you something freaking sick. And he did that. Because,
I mean, like, yeah, Michael, it's funny. I don't know what connected, but Michael Jackson was all about his crotch. Mm-hmm. Prince is like this skinny little dude with his ass cheeks out all the time.
Yeah.
And apparently was very homophobic, but for some reason is like a gay icon, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he was very flamboyant. That's like, I think his whole thing was that, like, I mean, he had to be larger than life to, keep the people entertained, right?
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. But, I mean, you gotta like appreciate his artistry, man. The guy played every single instrument and he played it well.
And I think that was the rivalry between the two, Michael Jackson and Prince.
Yeah.
In that Michael Jackson was known for not being able to play any instruments.
Yeah.
And Prince was known to play every single instrument.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the rivalry they had.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think there's any comparison. Like if you talked about, Michael Jackson was bigger than life. There was no way that you can tell me that someone was bigger than Michael Jackson.
You don't think Prince was like up there with him?
I know, and this was weird. I heard someone say, they asked, "Hey, another person, hey, were you?" There was a black guy.
Yeah.
Were you a Prince household or a Michael Jackson household? And like no one would ever say they were a Prince household. It was always a Michael Jackson household.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is I can't say I know any Prince songs besides Purple Rain, but I do respect it.
Yeah,
I do respect it.
Yeah, I mean, like, he is definitely influenced. I think he's pretty much influenced a lot of artists the same way that Michael Jackson has. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, if you look at artists like Miguel, you could actually see it in just how his appearance was in certain stages of his career.
Yeah.
That he took after Prince, and it's just like, I mean, dude had, I think, a very unique sound, and very, I would say, like, and this is like the tit for tat that, like, even Kendrick and Drake would compare themselves to those same guys. It's like, are you preferring yourself to, like, Michael Jackson, who was more digestible and, like, hey, like, yeah, this is a guy that's more lovable, but do you want something a bit more quality? And that would be Prince.
Yeah. I totally get that.
Prince and Kendrick is like the more, like, digestible, like, or not digestible, but like more quality, like actually makes you think kind of music. And I think like that's where it's enriching, where Prince was versus Michael Jackson. It's like
cater to the mass.
You cater to the masses, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the same thing applies, right?
That's a very good comparison. Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put Drake on Michael Jackson level. But,
he compares himself to Michael Jackson all the time.
Didn't he sample a Michael Jackson song? He was flexing on everyone. He's like, I have this Michael Jackson
He did.
song.
he like had like a song with Michael Jackson, but it was like a song from, like, I think, like the archive of Michael Jackson's.
Yeah.
And like, he obviously, being Drake, can afford to buy whatever that song was and put it on the Scorpion album, is from what I remember.
Right.
I don't think it really comes up to mind. It's not really the most memorable song, but, like, I mean, he still has a Michael Jackson song. But he did make reference of this all the time, that he was like, you know, he's beaten Michael Jackson records, so he considers himself the MJ of this era.
Well, I mean, like, just there's how many more people in the world, and how much more accessible is it to stream a song rather than buy an album? I mean, like, records are meant to be broken, you know?
Yeah. I think that's a very, like, if you look at it like apples to apples, it's like, yeah, like, I mean, if with Drake, he's more about, like, selling the records, meeting to any demographic, you know, just getting out, like, a general reach, right? Mm. And I think that is a really good comparison versus, like, you know, in terms of rap, where Kendrick is trying to, you know, he's trying to make a name of himself as, like, more quality music. He's meeting people that aren't really trying to party, they're trying to think, you know? And I think that's definitely where there is that certain separation, I guess you could say.
Did you like Kendrick's Superbowl?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, it was cool, man. Like, he was riding on that high when he won the beef, right?
Yeah.
I just remember, like, how people were, like, you know, saying, like, oh, I didn't understand Kendrick because it was just like a bunch of like, you know, far right white people.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't understand what he was saying. Why is this guy at the Super Bowl a headliner? And then it's like, well, you know, now that we're talking about Bad Bunny, like, you know, it's like, yeah, what the fuck's going on here, right?
Yeah, I can imagine that people would be more into like The Rock.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I can't remember a rock. I guess like I don't remember much of Coldplay. Yeah. I don't remember much of who else was like a rock band.
It was like Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Oh, I mean like, and then well Maroon 5. Like I love She Will Be Loved, but
yeah,
dude, Adam Levine's a freaking. Oh, like with his messages, like texting like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, it's like that body of yours is absurd. And then like it's like he was shirtless at the Super Bowl, and he was like, "Bro, you have no songs that gives you any reason to be shirtless at the Super Bowl, bro. Like there ain't no way that She Will Be Loved justifies you being shirtless in this situation, right?" Yeah. You remember the little? Oh my god, it was such a tease. As a huge SpongeBob fan, right? Right here, as you can see, like there was that little SpongeBob segment that they had in that same Super Bowl.
That was
show.
the Maroon 5 Super Bowl.
That was the Maroon 5 Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, okay, everybody was talking about, hey, we need to like incorporate the Bubble Bowl episode from SpongeBob into the Super Bowl. And then they just did this whole little tease of like SpongeBob doing a little dance, and then that was it.
They didn't even do it.
They just transitioned right to Travis Scott. And it's like...
Oh, Travis Scott was featured in Maroon 5.
He was with Maroon 5 for some reason, which was like most random mashup.
But that happens a lot too.
Yeah, I mean Lady Gaga and Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I thought, right?
Yeah, Bruno Mars and Beyonce with Coldplay.
You know what I thought was a really interesting kind of perspective too on that whole like Lady Gaga being part of Bad Bunny. I thought it was a very deep meaning. I don't know if you catched on to it. And
I liked how she was like she did the Latin thing with her song.
That's actually what I was trying to get at is that I found it, and it's like, you know, when they had the whole like wedding happening in the same time at the Super Bowl, is I think there's a symbolism there where Lady Gaga, you know, just traditionally American English singing artist, right? Singing over a more Latin instrumental.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a marriage of two cultures.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
That's a nice, yeah. You
know what I mean?
And they're getting married.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Yeah, that's nice.
Because that's what it is. It's like, it's the whole topic of the Super Bowl this year was unity.
Yeah.
And what bigger unity is other than holy matrimony, right?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Claire, did you hear that?
Nah, she locked in, bro.
Oh yeah.
But that's how I interpreted, and I think maybe other people might have as well. But I saw that as like the marriage of two cultures, you know, especially above all the noise that's going on in the world.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right, man. Yeah, and I mean, like when you look at the whole thing happening with ICE, with just all these mass deportations that shouldn't be happening. It's like that is something that the world needs right now is like a symbol of unity, bro. Mm-hmm. When you have two of the biggest artists mashing in together like that is needed, man.
Yeah. Speaking of ICE, I'm not sure how true this is, but apparently the kid was the kid who got his parents taken away by ICE.
Yes.
Is that true?
That is true. That is true.
I heard it wasn't true. Okay.
I that's what I heard. I mean, you know, that's a lot of he said, she said. I heard that it was true.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in this day and age, man, like, who could really, you know, maybe somebody in the comments could confirm that, but
yeah,
like, I could honestly see it just with like how much deeper meaning went behind this year's Super Bowl, and I think like that's what, honestly, I could see why, or personally for me, that being up there amongst like all the other Super Bowl shows that are like Prince. Like Michael Jackson, I'd put this one up there just for the meaning and just like how important it is in this day and age.
That's
you
true.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all contextual.
It was the highest viewed Super Bowl in like ever. It beat Michael Jackson.
Well, I mean, yeah, because like I said, Bad Bunny was the most streamed artist on Spotify, mm-hmm. So you get more people not only in the States. Watching the Super Bowl, but then you get people from Latin America probably watching it too, mm-hmm. And even like, for example, the Latino people in the U.S. Mm-hmm. who wouldn't be so much involved with the Super Bowl itself because they have they're associated with Bad Bunny, they would be watching it. So yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. No, that does make a lot of sense. I get, and at the end of the day, I think like that genre, like Bad Bunny's particularly, it's taking over, man. It's indefinite, like reggaeton and like everything along with that. It's where the world is going, man.
Yeah.
I mean, with K-pop and all, I could honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if BTS takes the next one.
Oh, yeah, because they're just coming back, actually.
They're just coming back, bro. I could honestly see K-pop taking over, bro.
Yeah. To be honest, I thought this is a long episode, but I want to continue talking. I'm still drinking, so yeah. In all honesty, I thought I don't feel very much in tune with my Asian side because I don't listen to K-pop.
Yeah, it's okay.
I thought K-pop was gonna be a phase, but it just kind of kept on going.
Yeah, that's a different genre of Asian, bro. Like, I mean, there's different like types of personalities, and I think like that is one right there, is the K-pop girl, or the K-pop K-pop person. But,
yeah, because sometimes I see people go, because we're in Calgary, people go to Vancouver, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw Blackpink in Vancouver." And I didn't know you listened to K-pop, and I'm like, well, I guess like you never really know.
Yeah, you never really know someone until you do.
Yeah. I'm
curious, bro. Who do you think is going to be the next Super Bowl artist for next year?
Oh, are they like odds or something?
No, I don't know if like if you want to put money on it, but
it has to be someone who's like well established. And in all honesty, I think there are 4 people who are established enough.
All right.
T Swift.
She does have the connections.
Drake
he has the catalog.
Biebs.
Would he actually show up for it?
I don't know. We'll see what happens with Coachella.
yeah, Coachella will be the deciding factor.
And
Ari looks frail, bro.
But she's gaining weight. She's gaining
her weight. It's just like she doesn't have, but like she has a tour coming up, right?
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's true.
And like she has such limited shows because I don't think she's really locked in on the whole music thing, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
But she does. I would say that she does have like the relevance and the catalog to back up like a potential Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I guess like exactly the catalog. I wouldn't see like the newer artists necessarily because you have to have the history behind it. Because sometimes they bring like about J-Lo and it's like, oh, J-Lo was big in the early 2000s and 90s. Why is she doing it in like yeah. Who do you think?
Man, I don't know who personally, but I think about like a coulda, woulda, shoulda, and like an alternate timeline where like, the Epstein files wasn't an issue, but like Kanye, bro.
Kanye? If
he wasn't such a polarizing figure, he has the catalog. He has like the energy. He had the following. He's one of the greatest artists to ever do it, man.
He made Graduation.
You could literally make a whole Super Bowl halftime show on just Graduation alone. Like, that would have been epic.
Actually, and this goes back to the Epstein files. Not really. The Diddy files, I guess. Because Jay-Z is Apple Music. He's in charge of the halftime show.
Yeah.
So, are him and Kanye still good?
I don't think so.
Do we like Jay-Z still?
Jay-Z was in the Epstein files.
Oh, was he?
He was, with Pusha T. But I think a lot of what went down with the whole Jay-Z thing was, like, it wasn't the most, like, I wouldn't say it was the most reliable source that was in that file, because in that particular portion of the Epstein files, it was a lot of, like, anonymous calls that were made to, I think it was, I can't remember if it was like the police or whatever it was, but they were saying shit like, Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein were tag teaming this girl. And it's like, okay, why? Like, it's just such a random duo. Yeah. But like, he was mentioned in the files because of that. And I think same thing with Pusha T was like the handler for like some girls in that situation. Yeah. But that was another thing that also went down in the files. But I mean, like, Jay-Z he's sketchy, bro. Yeah. It's more like just being tied to a guy like Diddy And, being silent through the whole thing, it just kind of gets you wondering, like, what he knows, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, like, him, after the whole Epstein thing came up, right, where his name got mentioned, him and Beyonce, I believe, deleted their Instagram accounts.
Oh. So that obviously means that they're hiding something. Like, if you have literally had nothing to hide, then
Just explain yourself, bro.
Yeah. So, the fact that you are deleting your Instagram account, kind of sus.
It kind of is a little weird, and that's I think like a whole nother thing, to be honest with you. But I mean, when it comes to Jay-Z, bro, like, I mean, I've never really listened to much of his music. Did you?
I only know Forever Young.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I've become so
nice with the Linkin Park collab. Yeah.
What's another Jay-Z song?
He has like the whole Blueprint series.
Yeah.
Like a lot of good songs, right? And a lot of good albums, right? But I mean, is it something that I would say is definitely prevalent? Like, I don't think he's gonna resonate with like the younger millennials, Gen Zers. He's more of like a Gen Xer / older millennial kind of artist, right? So
yeah.
I mean, will he be safe in this current day and age, or will he ever headline a Super Bowl? Is like, I don't think that's ever going to come in.
Well, I mean, I don't think he will headline it, but he's in charge of it, right?
Yeah, totally. I'd say, like, I'd love to see, like, maybe an Eminem Super Bowl. Like, just, I know he was
did
like,
it.
he did it with
Snoop
and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to see him, like, just do it on his own. That would be really cool.
Is he still doing stuff?
He doesn't like tour anymore.
Yeah, he kind of stays out of the spotlight.
Yeah, he's very DL. But like, I think Eminem would be a good name. To do it.
Yeah.
But would like, I mean, he doesn't really have any reason to do it. Is another thing, right?
Yeah,
like, I mean, you put it like to work on like the Super Bowl, man. That's a lot of time, especially for an artist to do. I don't think they get paid for that, by the way.
They don't get paid because the exposure itself is already like it pays out itself.
And that's like, do you really at Eminem's stage in his career, is like, does he need the exposure?
Nah, he's already goated.
He's goated, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do this, right?
Yeah.
There's like, I can't really think of anybody else, honestly.
Yeah, like with anyone with a catalog, unless it's like rock people, but
rock people.
Do you know any rock people?
Nickelback.
Anyway, well, on that note, good night.
Okay. Nickelback or 21 Savage.
Or Cody Simpson, bro. I don't know.
Cody Simpson. Why don't we throw in NBA YoungBoy, bro?
Hey. Okay, well, on that note, see you next time.
On the next one.